Good evening, everyone. Sorry for the delay. Technical glitches and everything's all worked out. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. And without any further ado, Livingston Man, could you bring up ourselves and our guest here for the evening? The Angry Prepper. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's going on?
Oh, living the dream, they tell me. You know, doing the damn thing. Just doing the damn thing. That's it. Every day, just get up, get out of bed, put one foot in front of the other, and hope for the fucking best. You know.
I hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I brought you out tonight, and a lot of people know you for your rants, for your live streams, for things like that. I know you more on a level of in the woods, doing the things, camping, cooking, bushcrafting, that sort of thing. So I wanted to kind of blend the two here tonight. One, have some fun, and two, talk about some gear, man. The best and the worst gear that we've dealt with, the things we've come across, some pitfalls for folks. You know those that gimmicky shit that they're pushing on Amazon all the time to everybody. Buy this, it'll save your ass, and it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Those type of things. Some things that folks can avoid, that we've experienced. You know. So for you, what do you think is the worst piece of gear that you bought that you had high hopes for?
That's a rough one. You know what? I can't think of anything right now. And the crazy shit is that after this video, after we do this, it'll probably
Yeah,
pop up.
yeah, yeah,
Or I'll
yeah.
go to the storage unit next week and I'll be like, there it is, that
That
fucking piece
piece,
of shit.
that piece of shit.
I don't know. You know what's weird? I never bought gear with high hopes other than my hammock
Right.
and a couple of four-season tents that I bought that lived up to the reviews.
Okay.
I haven't bought anything where it failed me.
Right.
I did my research. I mean, I did heavy research before I buy anything. So, and in some cases, I'll buy two of those items, different items, just to test them out. But I don't think anything's let me down because I'm from the school of thought of I should do everything as natural as I can in case the shit breaks down.
Yeah. Yeah, as much bushcrafting as possible, right? And that's something that I got to get back into is the bushcrafting aspect of things. I've been relying heavily on gear, not gonna lie. And man, I'm so out of fucking practice with the gear too. I've been so busy with life. I just haven't taken a break to get out in the woods and really test out the gear anymore. And I got us a new spot, bro. We're going soon. We got to plan a trip and make some camps. We got to make some camps, so it'll be a good time. I guess the one piece of gear that I bought that I had high hopes for was one of those survival grenades that they have with all the 550 cord with all the fishing hooks and all the survival stuff in it. That was the biggest fucking piece of shit I ever saw in my life, bro. It was 550 cord with like $2 worth of cheap ass Walmart fishing gear in it, and
No,
I think it was like $35. I'm glad I didn't buy it. It was one of those Christmas gifts from somebody. You're like, oh, here's a prepper. Here, we'll get him one of these things. It's like, oh, cool, thanks. And then you open it up, and yeah, what a piece of shit. The cord was like had like two strands in it. It wasn't even good 550 cord. It was just total shit. Total
It's
shit.
not even 550 cord, it's 5.5 cord.
Yeah, 5.5 and a quarter cord. Total fucking garbage. I don't know. My disappointments, I guess, would be my one Tigris Tigman hot tent. I kind of hoped that thing was a little, I read all the reviews and everything before I bought it, and I was really hoping it was going to be a little bit bigger than what it is because it's advertised as a hammock hot tent, right?
all right.
And you're sleeping with your head like either your head or your feet right next to the freaking stove, like right next to it,
Right.
and so it's cool if you're using it not as a hammock hot tent. There's a lot of room. If you're putting a couple cots in there, you can get at least two people in there, no problem. Well, we did a video with three people in there just hanging out.
It was hot in there.
Yeah,
Wow, like
yeah.
panic attack
But
hot, dude.
it doesn't hold any heat whatsoever because it's that thin like regular old tent material. It's not the
Right.
cotton. So it doesn't hold any of the heat. So you're constantly feeding the wood stove and the creosote smell inside of it. Ugh, ugh. It kind of let me down a little bit. I think if you're gonna hot tent, you want something a little bit bigger, and something that might actually hold the heat.
Like one of them carports, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, or like the old the Outbackers, the
Canvas?
mountaineering, the canvas ones, but they're heavy as hell. They're heavy as
Right,
hell.
you're
Yeah.
talking your vehicle portable now. You're not carrying that in a backpack.
Yeah.
So that's the trade off. And even the one you're talking about, that's a heavy one to be
Oh yeah,
carrying.
yeah. That you got to strap that to like the bottom of your bag
You got
because it's so
mules or
big.
Sherpas or whatever.
Hell yeah, gotta have them, bro. Somebody to carry the gear, please. Please
So
carry the gear.
To get off on the right foot, I don't know if anybody noticed our absolutely distinguished guest we have with us tonight. This is big for me, Jason. The last time we tried to do this, the audio was all crazy, and it was like this tripped out experience.
Yeah, it didn't work at all.
We ended up quitting. We ended up quitting the live stream and left you sitting there. We like threw you under the bus, like your shit now, dude. Like, so, welcome.
Yeah,
with the
welcome back.
with the most respect and the most love, back to the channel where I think everybody's feeling us properly this time.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Appreciate you. I haven't seen you personally in forever, and hopefully we can get up. Personally, Livingston Man and Angry Pepper, go take a walk up some frozen stream or something. No homo, but break the cameras and shit. You know what I'm saying? No homo. But yeah, welcome to the channel. I'm very just like I'm a little starstruck. Okay, so I'm happy to have you. This is huge. I'm glad it's working right this time.
Yeah, yeah. I felt absolutely horrible inviting you on, and then all the technical glitches that we had, and the gremlins
Well-
still come out, man.
I mean, listen, it is what it is. It could have been worse. It wasn't as bad as who was it that I had on? I forgot the lady's name a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago.
That was
That was
horrible.
bad.
That
That
was
was
rough.
horrendous.
That was rough, and it sucks, man, when it's technical glitches because everybody comes to have a good time and just have a good conversation, and then it's some fucking bullshit, right? And things don't work out. But
Always.
hopefully, it does work out in the future here. Yeah, Calamity Jane, that's exactly who it was. Johnny 308, thank you.
I feel like I was married to her in a past
Yeah.
life or some shit. Like,
Calamity Jane.
yeah, just misfortune, Yo, the shittiest piece of gear I've probably ever got, like one of these, like, package disappointment things. You just order the thing and they you get it and you're like, what the fuck is this? It was, as a matter of fact, from the Sportsman's Guide. Y'all guys know.
Oh,
Sportsman's
yeah.
Guide. Big Gary O. I love that dude. U.S. military style Equax rain system. I said, okay. Let me get that, bro. It's in multicam. I said, oh shit, bought that. So it shows up and it's kind of sealed in a plastic bag. I'm like, okay, it's got military style. And what had happened was like they ran this shit through a sweatshop, dude. They like copped like wax tags and like ghetto sewed it to the collar of this shit. Like, and then it was like a plastic bag, but multicam, like with like it looked like MC Hammer pants and like a shirt. Like
That's
this
crazy.
shit sucked so hard, dude. I spent $70 on that. I like threw it away. That's like absolutely not.
By the way.
No way. You live, you learn.
I found that if you spend the money, you're oftentimes going to get something good, right?
Yeah.
Like again, the hammock, the hammock that I bought, the Jungle Clark hammock. I remember buying it, and it was like almost $400. And I was like, "Oh, this is going to be good," and it turned out to be good. But now there are other hammocks out there that are like the Jungle Clark that are like, I don't know, fucking $80. You
Yeah.
can't be good for $80, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I
So, I
bought
mean, we buy what we get.
Exactly. You kind of get what you pay for in most
Right.
of the gear world. I think some things are a little exaggerated in price. You look at some of these like Mermot tents and stuff like that, man, they're like $900 for a fucking 2-man tent. I'm like, you guys are out of your fucking mind. Ultralight, I don't
But you
give
know
a
what? That $900 tent is like built for like Everest and shit.
Yeah. They're like super ultralight and
Wind resistant.
yeah, but $900, man. I'm like, shit, I'll carry the extra weight. Weight.
Well, yeah, we're not millionaire expeditionists, so we wouldn't pay for that. You know?
Exactly.
Plus, I mean, again, we're more I would say local, and even if we had to trek and we trek for miles, we can actually carry our weight. These guys are walking straight up a wall, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because I was looking into it and I saw a couple of tents. Who was it? North Face.
Yeah.
They have a tent that's like $500-600.
Yeah. They
And I
get.
was looking, and it has ratings that we don't have in our tents. It has like wind ratings, you know, for
Yeah.
actually the
Like
windstorms or the blizzards they have on there. So yeah, it makes no sense for us to pay for that kind of equipment.
exactly. Exactly. The what was it? The folding stove that I bought, the backpacking one. That thing's pretty cool. I wish I
Which one?
hadn't. I bought. It was a Winter Well, just one of the cheaper ones off of Amazon. I lucked out with it. It's like a shoebox stove. It's not very big, and I bought it with the glass sides in hopes that it would put a little bit more light into the tent. You know, give a little ambiance in there. And it does give a little bit, but the sides blacken up so fucking quick, the glass.
Right.
You know, it's like, man, it really wasn't even worth it. And now I got to carry the thing like a fucking newborn baby in my bag. And like, you know, I got to pack the hammock right next to it. And I got to pack the blankets right next to that and the pillow and make sure I don't, you know, set the bag down rough because I got glass sides on my freaking stove.
Right.
Sounds like Gucci gear to me.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. And I probably should have just bought the one with the metal sides and not had to worry about that shit. But you live and you learn. I think what I'm going to do is just cut some pieces of metal to fit in the glass spaces should I break them and just kind of throw them in the freaking kit with it just to have them, just in case.
Backups.
Yeah, because I know sooner or later I'm going to be like, yeah, man, I'm going to go out to this freaking dope spot. And
Probably
we're
get
gonna...
some steel flashing and cut it to
Exactly.
fit those inserts.
Yeah, like some old duct work or something. I know a couple tin knockers that
Yeah.
could probably grab me a couple pieces. So, but yeah, it doesn't have to be rocket science. But adapting your gear to your situation or being able to repair your gear, that's something that a lot of people don't take into consideration. I've bought a lot of repair kits over the day, and thankfully I haven't used any yet. But I have been stockpiling a ton of repair kits for shit because I know eventually I'm either going to fucking burn a hole in it, I'm going to rip it, something's going to happen to it because I'm not the easiest on my gear. I want to make sure the shit's going to work, so I kind of put it through its paces. And but I think it's important to have repair kits, man. If you guys haven't thought of anything that you need to pick up, definitely look for repair kits, seam sealer and shit like that. The Camp Dry, right? The waterproofing spray.
Right.
That's all good shit to stock up on when you get a chance to.
And duct tape. Duct tape goes a long way.
Hell yeah, man.
There's,
What do
to
they say?
piggyback off what Chief said is not only duct tape, but there's this stuff called gaffer's tape. It's black. It's like felt. You can get it in multiple different widths, even colors. And what's great about gaffer's tape is it sticks good, but it comes off easily enough. And it's kind of like a fabric-y tape as opposed to more a plastic like duct tape is.
Right. I think that stuff's got a little bit more rip strength than your duct tape, too. The gaffer's tape. That's some heavy-duty stuff. Patty Roach, what's happening, brother?
Patty Roach, that's my brother from my other brother's brother.
That's my actual brother.
Shitty gear, you guys. I don't see nobody in the gaffers. Yes, Tony Smith, just like that, spelt the same way. Look it up on Amazon.
Yeah, good
Gaffer's
stuff.
tape.
Good stuff. The evolution of cordage, Livingston.
I broke
man.
the front axle on the lawnmower at work. Fucking wheels splayed out like this. Can't steer some bitch. Got to get up the hill. Can't. And Mrs. Livingston come out the truck with a roll of 4-inch gaffer's tape and taped the freaking axle front end, cast iron together and got it where we had to go.
Got to be resourceful, man. Got to be resourceful. Is Gorilla Tape like duct tape? Katrinka, LOL. Yes, it certainly is.
The adhesive's a little more aggressive. Whatever you put Gorilla Tape on, it's going to take whatever that finish was off when it comes with it.
Yeah.
If you can get it off.
Yeah, it leaves residue for sure. For sure. Patty says the shittiest gear I got was from Bud K.
Oh my goodness. Bud K, remember that?
Are they still around?
Yeah. Yeah, and bigger and better than ever. Yeah, my mom gives me a Bud K catalog like every 2 months,
my
you know?
gosh, that's, oh my gosh, it's brought me back
It's like
15
the
years,
fireplace,
man.
Dude, I do, but my mom is like, oh, I can get you cool stuff from there. I'm like, Mom, please don't. Please, just don't. Please don't. And then I get some knife that I'm going to fucking, try to baton a piece of wood with, and it's going to shatter and take my fucking eye out. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's like, thanks, Mom. Thanks.
Please don't.
But yeah, Bud K is still around. If you guys have Bud K stuff or lower end knives, don't beat on them with a fucking stick, please. You're probably gonna hurt yourself and break your knife. Devil Dog, yeah, I love my mother, but she loves to buy me stuff that I'm probably going to break.
We've come all this way.
Hello, Jackson. Good to see you.
Angry Pepper is from extremely much more metropolitan area than we are, and like, what's your perspective? Like, what do you like see out there in that part of the world? Like, I can't speak to it. I can barely imagine it. I need to live vicariously through you right now. What's the city life like, brother?
I don't know if it's me, and maybe I'm just getting used to the violence and the shit that's going on. I don't know. It's hard to tell because I'm going back into that 80s, like survival mode where you're gonna react or you're not. You're gonna run or you're gonna fight. Because there's always something. It's always something. Now I've never seen the amount of altercations that are going on now that are, I mean, you could walk in the street now and you're seeing a fight or an argument of some kind. This is more than it has been in the last couple of years. The only thing that's getting really annoying is the rat situation. That's out of control. I talked about that the other night. That is well out of control.
And they're giants too. You guys don't have like, yeah,
They're huge, and people are stepping on them out here. Like there's a spot, I call it Rat City. In the next couple of months, I'll film it and just sit there for like a couple of minutes while we shoot the shit, because I'll do a live stream. People are walking down the hill or up the hill, and they're stepping on them or kicking them.
Holy shit.
Because there's so many now, right? And that's just one spot. But I'm starting to see them like around the building here, which is not good. If you start seeing them around the building, that means sooner or later they're going to make their way up to the higher floors. You rarely see rats up this high. Like, rarely. They all like to stay between, like, let's say 1 and 5. And even 5 is too high for them.
Right.
But they go where the food is. And there's enough people between me and the first floor that I don't have to worry about it. But if I do see a rat up here, that means it's a bad problem.
Hell yeah. I mean, they're unsanitary, right? They carry what, the bubonic plague, for fuck's sake.
Well, they don't. The fleas on them do.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, either way, not something good to have around, and hopefully the city can do more than what they've been doing. Because it doesn't really feel like they've been doing much. I've heard about them sending out the teams of dogs and shit like that, but ultimately you need many teams of dog. What do you say the population was in the city? They said it was like 3 million rats or some shit like that.
Yeah, estimated 3 million. I think that's on the low end.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think on the high end it's probably more like 5 or 6.
Wow.
Easy. Well, because I mean, again, the amount of rats, like for example in the Bronx, when you have to go to the rear of the building to shut power off to an elevator or get the building, the landlord or whatever. There was one time it had to be a sea of rats behind this building. Me and another guy were going to look for the we get to the back of the building, we see them scurrying around. It was a lot. I was like, yeah, fuck that dude. He can stay back there.
Hell yeah.
And we went back upstairs. Yeah, we had to go get the building manager, and he lived in the basement in the rear, and it was like, yeah, fuck that. So we got back upstairs. Luckily, we got back around, and he happened to be upstairs dealing with the situation. But yeah, the only time I wholeheartedly have to deal with rats is during a fire. That's it. Because if it's not a fire, I don't want to deal with it.
That's got to be crazy, bro. Fucking flaming rats running out of houses.
Watching them from the building during a fire is pretty interesting.
We had a maxim on the farm, especially if you have like poultry coops. You'll probably attract rats, but even out here in the country, we have cornfields and produce and whatever.
Oh yeah, horse farms.
Everybody's backyard is just a farm. We get rats around here, but the maxim is if you saw one, there's 10 you didn't. So when you count statistics like that, when you saw 3 million, there's 10 million more you didn't. That's how they work. They send out scouts. if you're ever in the process of trying to catch them, trap them, kill them, you'll notice the last ones you catch, they keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They send out the smaller ones to bring back food for mama. They almost have a hive.
Oh, no
thing.
shit. It
Good.
sucks, man. You got to root those fuckers out. Outlaw Jackson says they're going to run for office in the city to join
the
the
rats?
other rats.
They'll probably win too. They got all the
They
influence.
most likely will. The nonsense that's going on in the city with Eric Adams is pretty interesting.
It's some
Yeah.
Tammany Hall
Though
shit, man.
She's not gonna replace him. So I guess that's a good idea.
What do you think
someone
about?
actually-
What do you think about
Go ahead.
Curtis Swilla?
Sliwa, whatever his name is, that guy.
Yeah, Guardian Angel fella. What do you think about him for a mayor type? How's that one?
Listen, the older I get, maybe the more cranky I'm becoming. I don't know, but if you're gonna run for mayor, you have to have some kind of professionalism behind you. You can't run around wearing your fucking beret and talking about Guardian Angel shit. You got to grow the fuck up.
Right.
You
That's
know?
some Superman shit.
And that's the importance of being a professional when you're running for mayor, because you're representing different people. You can't run around like that asshole in PA, the jumpsuit guy, right? He goes to fucking all the meetings looking like a bum. I forgot that guy.
Not Fetterman, right? Uncle Fester.
Yeah. Like someone should have told him to grow up. Like you're representing people in your area. Going in a jogging suit to meetings where everybody else is dressed in the nines, you just look like an asshole.
Right.
And people don't take you seriously when you dress like that. This is why now he's starting to dress up now. At the very least, he's wearing a polo shirt and khakis, right?
Yeah.
And that's like all he had to wear. But he made it a point to wear a sweatsuit. So now the Guardian Angel dude, he's wearing a fucking, beret, and he's like, oh, my Guardian Angel days. Shut up, dude. You don't take him seriously. And then he has that stupid saying when he was on New York One. He was always like, pow, or whap, or some dumb shit. I was like, so I don't know.
Like the old Batman sound effects. Suck 'em.
These motherfuckers, man. I swear.
Word. I mean, so they're going to replace Mayor Adams. Like, where could they go with that? Who is even standing at the ready for that?
It's the
It's
deputy.
the deputy mayor.
Who's that?
I have no clue. And you never know until the shit's about
Exactly.
that.
Like,
That's
ain't
right.
that the-
That's like
how
when
you get
Cuomo left.
That's how you get yourself a Kathy Hochul right there.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. Oh man, even the Livingston man wears pants on a live stream. I know. Come on, man, get it right. Get it right. Got to wear pants.
Yeah.
Got to wear pants.
I don't know. I just think the someone's at work talking about congestion pricing. I think they're keeping it running. She's not shutting it down. The crazy shit about that congestion pricing is, at least the Easy Pass in New York, in Jersey. I don't know if New York is attached to it yet. I hope it is. But the one in New Jersey is attached to a Chinese firm, right?
Right.
The Chinese firm is undoubtedly run by the Chinese government, and they're still keeping that in play. And they're asking the Tennessee company who owned it or who had the contract for 22 years, somehow lost it to the Chinese because the Chinese bought that contract for $258 million more than it was actually worth.
Whoa! Just to get into the system, huh? That's how
Just
they're
to
doing
get
the
into the system.
dastardly
And
games,
the
man.
crazy shit is they have everybody's access now who has Easy Pass, direct access to your bank account.
Holy shit, man! I
Right.
tell you what, I think.
And-
Listen, Spotify has
I think-
direct access to my bank account. How could the CCCP, possibly do it? All they want to do is sell me shit, man. I believe them.
the Chinese.
They don't want. I mean,
Yeah, they
so
just want to
got
sell you stuff.
If they're gonna steal my identity, you can go ahead and have my $13, bro. That's cool. Hope you have a great day today.
$13, crushing it, bro.
What about this digital world we live in, though? Right? Like, it's so all kinds of people out here fighting some kind of civil war for your data, man. Between everybody just. I don't even know what data is and what the actual fuck these people are selling of mine, but they're making a killing
Oh,
off
God.
of my name, my
Your
fucking
IP address,
data.
the things that you look at, they sell fucking everything, dude.
Did you
Everything,
ever
right?
have like your elementary school teachers would look at you with that funny look on their face and be like, be careful because it's going on your permanent record? What this all is that.
Your permanent record?
Yeah. I don't know. Probably Russian hackers got my criminal record. Like, okay, fine. I guess you're going to use that against me somehow. Like, I'll tell you right now, I did it.
I did it. I did all of it.
All of it.
All of it. All of it.
Shit you don't even know about. But the thing is that this post-truth, now I think now, Mike, we might have to coin a new one. We're in like a post-like information era where like your data don't matter. You're just another dollar in the $1 trillion scheme. Like, who cares about you? You're just in the inferno in Ukraine. Who cares? They burned up your data over there.
Whatever. Let it go.
Is that what we're seeing here? Like, oh God, they got my social security number.
You know,
Who cares?
you trade all your hard stuff for convenience, right? And the more digital is convenient. So there's a trade off there, and it's what are we giving up for that convenience? And I haven't put my finger on it yet. I don't really know what it is. So
It's control and pacification. You remember in Brave New World when they'd spray the drugs out of the ceiling to chill you out?
right.
You ever get that urge? Like when you buy some on Amazon, you feel better.
Oh
Now you
yeah,
got
that
something
hit
to
a
live
dope.
for.
That fucking retail therapy, baby.
And you get all these likes on Facebook,
I love
and
that
the people
fucking buy
dropping
me now button.
heart reacts on your post. It's what it is. It's just pacification. The proletariats were simply rendered obsolete by their fascination with lottery, sports, and social media.
Yeah. I guess we traded it all for the cell phones, right? But at least we get to take cool pictures. and
Alexa, play Despacito.
shit. It's true. It's true. We did, man. We traded a lot, and I think we don't even know the ends of what we've actually traded yet. All those fucking terms of agreement we click on. You know, what did we really sign over in the TikTok shop, right, Outlaw Jackson? In the TikTok shop.
There was a South Park episode about what you actually, sign up for when you sign those
Terms, yes, those terms and conditions.
TOS. I love these people on Facebook and social media. I do not give Facebook fucking permission to post my pictures or do anything else. They don't need your fucking permission. You fucking posted the pictures your fucking self.
Yeah, it's
What
kind
the
of
hell
public, man.
Do you hear yourself? All right,
Yeah, but the problem with that is that when you sign up for any social media app, you already made an agreement in that long fucking list of agreements that no one reads. It's already there.
Yep.
So when they use it and they turn around and go, "Oh, I'm so you can't use it because I said so." It don't work that way.
No.
It is not. And so the bad information that I'm seeing online obviously is everywhere, right? Obviously, we try our best to get it right, but I was watching a news clipping on people getting bad tax advice from TikTok.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that with trust funds, wills, how to make money like a millionaire. Like, they're giving you all these fucking bad advices, and it doesn't stop. So when people go on Facebook and they're like, "Oh, if you say these phrases, Facebook can't use your likeness or your image or whatever it is," you already gave that shit up once you join the app.
Yep. You gave it all up, and who knows what else, man? Honestly, because they could be using your name, your likeness for anything they want, for their political gain, for their personal gain, for monetary gain. It doesn't matter. You signed off.
Right.
I think that they should rewrite the American Constitution to accurately reflect the court of public opinion, which is the First Amendment. You have the right to remain silent. The Second Amendment, anything you say will and can be used against you in a court of law. 3, you have a right to an attorney. I think they should just rewrite the Bill of Rights to be your Miranda rights, because that's the world we live in today.
Everything's, well, here in New York especially, man, everything's fucking illegal. You can't do anything. And the laws are fucking this thick, you need a team of lawyers just to understand what the fuck they wrote there, or if you even broke the law.
Even the
I was gonna say, crazy shit about that is that they expect you to know every law in the book. So if you break that law, they sit there and go, "Well, you should have knew that." I'm
Yep.
like, wait a minute. How the fuck do I have to know that? But PD, cops, and lawyers have to go through these books to make sure that this law exists or it was a problem when it was written and established. But I somehow, did something wrong. I was supposed to know that this was a law that you enacted a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Like the whole knife thing in New York City, it had to be 4 inches. But now it's like if it has an edge, it's a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So the whole four finger rule is out. If it has an edge or it's sharp, they consider that to be a weapon. I'm
But,
like, what?
well, knives are
And they
supposed to be
changed that,
sharp.
and they didn't even tell anybody that shit.
That's
So
wild.
here I am walking around with a knife on my hip, and though I can get away with it because as a firefighter, cop, EMT, even a correctional officer, I think I'm not sure about them.
Yeah, it's a
You can
tool.
walk around with a tool. You
Yep.
know.
Yep. Yep. And that's exactly what they are, man. They're pocket knives. They're tools. You go across the pond. That's a whole different story.
Sure. Now you get into stupid shit like power tools are weapons, and
Oh, yeah.
it's got an edge on it. My circular saw needs to be registered, and I need a license to have it. Like, you got to be kidding me. With
Yeah,
this
Europe has kind of fallen as far as that is concerned. Freedom over there, any kind of self defense, forget about it. Shit, they can't even talk about self defense. They'll come fucking lock their asses up.
Laws may have
Yep.
given some potential criminals pause, but determined ones, laws never stop the criminals ever. And stupid, arbitrary nonsense like this that pleases the masses real quick. Look, we did something is useless, and it's just blustering. It's just. Oh, look what we did. Like, so I can chalk this up on my list of fucking achievements. I made fucking power tools illegal. So this way no more people get hurt. Like, give me a break.
No sawzalls, bro. Sawzalls are dangerous.
In the meantime,
Stop
now,
sawzalls now.
Exactly. Now, in the meantime, I'll just go buy a fucking sawzall with its fucking serial number burnt off down the street from Homeboy.
We're buying sawzalls
Now
at the trunk of fucking
ghost
Buicks,
saws,
bro.
Ghost saws.
That's what's up.
That's the world I want
Yeah,
to live
and
in.
it's getting out of control.
It is, man. It is.
They think because we think we can legislate ourselves out of fucking this.
Yeah.
Well, like I
Make
said
it illegal.
before,
You don't never see them making shit illegal. Last time I seen somebody make shit legal was Andrew Cuomo said pot was legal. After that, it's mostly like no, 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 no. Fuck a bunch of parents telling us kids we can't do shit. Tired of it.
Yeah, it's again, we need to do something harsh, and the thing is, we sit here, and all of us, including myself, we complain about shit, but we have to start putting the screws in them. That's the issue because we sit here and they absolutely know. For example, congestion pricing. I could bet my entire fucking paycheck and my pension that Kathy Hochul, when she wrote this up, they probably said, listen, you should ask the people of New York what they think. You should put it to a vote. No, they didn't do that.
Hell
They didn't
no.
they didn't hold any kind of town hall meeting or anything in reference to that. So she probably sat there and goes, you know what they're going to do? They're going to sit there, they're going to bitch and they're going to moan online, and then we're just going to keep doing what we're going to do. Then Trump turns around and does what he does the other day by sort of ending it, because it's not ended yet, sort of ends it, and now she's like, she's going to defy presidential orders. Meanwhile, they were trying to get this man in jail for bullshit.
Yep.
They were going out of their way to throw him in jail.
Same
Now
shit
he-
Letitia James did.
Right. And now they're going after him. Now they're defying his order when he said it's, and what I couldn't understand what Kathy Hochul was, she turned around and had the audacity to say, we New Yorkers don't give up. We're going to fight this. Who the fuck is going to stand behind her and fight this? Like, what sane working class New Yorker is going to be like, yes, I'm going to pay $9 a day.
Yeah,
On
just
top
to
of
drive through the
everything
city.
else I got to pay. I wanted to punch that bitch in her vagina so hard. Are you fucking kidding me? I said, who the fuck is sitting there going, yeah, man, I want to pay $9 to drive my car in the city. And it didn't drop the traffic. They keep saying it did. I've been downtown. I have not seen a decrease in cars. Now, number-wise, they might see a decrease. There's still traffic in the street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's still traffic in the street. People are still fucking honking at each other, cutting each other off. It's still the same. It's not just making more money.
Yeah.
And more people are probably, if the trains get worse, more people are gonna, bring their cars in. And this is all not to keep us safe. It's to make sure that the MTA keeps getting their fucking They're part of their piece of the pie.
Yeah, the MTA is a fucking problem.
Corrupt.
Keeping the fares low is a problem, man. Those trains can't possibly run on the money that they bring in a day. When you go down there and you see the size of these operations, I came down through Grand Central not that long ago, and we had to jump on the LIE. And those
Right.
freaking tunnels, man, to go down, you're going like fucking in the basement of Grand Central Station, like the sub basement is where they put the LIE tracks, and
Yeah.
then you climb up out of the fucking hole.
With the rats.
Yeah, man, and it's crazy. That shit is not cheap. There is no way to do that cheap. There's no way to do that cheap. Nothing is cheap. It's super expensive shit, high end everything. Escalators that go down like fucking 22 stories. You know what I mean? It's nuts. It's nuts. There's no way that it should cost like $7 to ride that train. It should be like $450 to go anywhere. The debt that the MTA is making is so massive. It's going to take people by shock when it's revealed because it's huge.
But what are they wasting the money on?
I don't know, but maybe so should Elon and them go in there and figure it out?
Bro, I let that motherfucker run through everything at this point. Shit, you know what I mean? If you're a state government and you're not getting your budget balanced, let the man in. Obviously, he's doing right by us so far. I think. Lou, you think he's got some sinister motives. Lou thinks he's saving up for his mission to Mars.
Who?
Lou.
Elon.
Yeah.
No, I've been telling that shit for months now. That the Doge thing is to clean up and free up money, which I have to add. I read today that they are considering, it might not happen, but are considering
They're
for
gonna send
all of
us
the
checks.
stolen and lost money. Right, they want to send us money that's found or whatever it is, like sort of like refunding us the bullshit that we paid, which is a good idea. But I agree with Lou. And I've been saying it for almost a year now. He's going to look to free money up or make his mission to Mars more legal because there's no way he could pay for that on his own. He can't.
No, he's going to need some
And
extra
he's not
help.
going to get enough sponsors because a lot of people don't like him. Now, the one thing I'm good with is people. And Elon Musk is not a trustworthy character. Not at all.
He's
Not
like
even
a super
by long
villain,
shot.
bro.
And people want to keep, but look what he's doing. Doesn't matter. Listen, Hitler, and I hate to make a comparison, and I'm not making a comparison in him offing people. Just when Hitler started, Hitler was doing shit that the Germans loved. The Germans were rooting for him, and they were like, yes, they're right. He's doing this, he's doing that. And they were praising him, and then he went off the rails. And then people did not see that shit coming for a while. And then when it happened, they were trying to make excuses for him for why he did what he did. Elon Musk, on the other hand, people are ranting and raving, and they're like, yes, he's doing the right thing. He's going to fuck us in the ass, and I could all but guarantee it, because when I look at him, I don't see anything good. I don't see anything righteous. I don't see a good man. I see him doing something for himself. I see him doing, adding money, freeing up money so that it pays for his mission to Mars. Tax-paying dollars are going to pay for that, and they're going to try to swindle some way to convince us why we should.
I just wonder. I mean, on space, and hope is not a good plan, but I do like to think that perhaps, these are what history now here in the present is one thing, but maybe in in 20 years or something, maybe we'll look back and say, you know what, a transformation happened, and we're our country was taken back from all this corruption and this grifting and this insider trading and this corruption. But at the same time, I have a hard time believing that the 1% is in charge of the government now for everybody's grievances against it. These are the guys.
The billionaires.
Statistically, they tend to regard you as a statistic, not a person. So we'll see what greater good being what it is.
Let's hope, man.
I still, I kind of enjoy being a fucking person.
I'm not gonna stop
living in
prepping.
the country. Whatever these guys got going on, it's hard not to go either way with it. They're real patriots who are going to take this country back and get things back on track and make America great again. But if you're being objective, then it's hard not to go to this is an oligarchy in the making, and
Could be. Totally could be.
either way,
Yeah, but taking this
nothing is
country
answered.
back, unfortunately, means violence.
Yeah.
It does not mean contacting your local politician who does not give a shit. Who, like, what's her name? They just found out she's worth what? Her job is 200 grand. Elizabeth Warren.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And
The
she's
fake
she's
native.
worth like 1.7 or something. She's worth a few $1 million, right?
Oh yeah.
And so the only way to get this country back is through actions of where they don't want to go, but nobody wants to bring it. I mean, like,
Yeah.
granted, let's just say, for example, argument's sake, the three of us get together. We're like, yeah, fuck this shit. We're gonna get it back, and then we do some shit. Look at, like, I mean, there's always a talk of Timothy McVeigh, what he did, right? And there was always a rumor that the kids in the daycare weren't actually there. In fact, the daycare was closed that day, from what I heard. But they somehow said that there were kids there. I don't know who to believe, right? I didn't see first of all, I was too young. I didn't see any of the bodies, but they automatically threw the kids in there. And then there were a bunch of people that came forward and said the daycare was closed. There wasn't any kids in that building, not that day. Actually, it was closed for a reason of construction or something weird, but there weren't any kids there, right? And he did something about it because he was pissed, and not for the reason because he read Mein Kampf and people made that connection, because the government was fucking his family over for years and he had enough. He didn't do it because he hated black folks. He didn't do it because he hated Jews. He was tired of the United States government, right? But he did it by himself, and look what happened. The guy's a kook, a nut. They got a movie coming out on him, by the way. And he did it by himself. You can't do this shit by yourself. You have to do it with a group of people that agree to go the same distance that you're going to go. Because, again, writing a politician, calling them in, staging a sit-in at their home, the shit don't work anymore. It just doesn't. And these politicians know we're going to do that, and they're going to ignore us. The only way they stop ignoring us is if we actually do something that scares the shit out of them. That's the only way it gets done. Anything else after that is just talk.
I think that this administration is our last chance at enacting real change in government without violence. With the Republicans having everything, we need shit passed by Congress. You know what I mean? To make it absolute, to make it concrete, not executive orders. We need Congress to act. We need everybody on the same page. We need constitutional amendments. We need to keep these career politicians out of there. And I think it's high time we, the people, demanded it. That it's, if a bill doesn't come up like right freaking now, we're going to get really pissed off. So it's time to hold politicians' feet to the fire, guys, and make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. Call, text, send it, do everything you can, man. Everything you can, because I think this next 4 years is our last shot to turn this thing around.
If we get like, if Elon Musk is talking about running for president, and he can't, obviously, right? But the fact that he's even talking about it, and he knows that he can't, that means something fucked up is going to happen within the next couple of years.
Yeah.
If he is adamantly talking about it, and he knows damn well he can't, why is he talking about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's going to change something for him. And if I'm going to tell you right now, he gets in the office or they pass that law, that's where we need to react. Not wait and see if he gets picked. React right out of the gates.
Yep. The floodgates would open.
Right. Because then if they do that, that means we're going to become a communist country called China too, right? China USA, whatever the hell you want to call it. Because what they did in California with one politician, she wound up in a position she wasn't supposed to be in. And she ended up in a position she wasn't supposed to be in, and she wound up being a financial manager in some fucking position in California, like a town there. And it was supposed to be only for natural-born citizens. For some reason, they changed it, and she got in. She segued herself into changing some shit. They changed it for her to run.
Wow.
If we do that here, we are undoubtedly going to have the Chinese running this country.
Absolutely.
But they run everything else.
Absolutely. They're into a little bit of everything. It doesn't really matter what it is.
Yeah. Way too
business,
much.
technology, any kind of stuff like that, man. The Chinese are embedded in everything, like big time, big time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Right.
China is the high tech of the world. What America produces that is high tech is like privatized. It's military stuff. It's like stuff that doesn't particularly boil down to like, civilian life.
Yeah. The military industrial complex is alive and well here. We
Whereas
manufactured a lot of military hardware.
Whereas if you look around your house and even the clothes on your body and everything, I'm positive 75% of it is Chinese made or otherwise like Pacific Asian
Origin.
produced.
Yeah, absolutely.
Following that, it's probably Central American or South American, maybe even like Bangladesh, Pakistan, stuff like this, but almost never in America unless it's military stuff. And here's the weird thing about American military stuff is if you guys own like a Equax Gore-Tex jacket and you look at that tag, you know what it says.
U.S. prison industries.
Because, can I tell them why? Because slavery is illegal per the 13th Amendment, except as punishment for a crime. Our soldiers wear jackets that were made by enslaved inmates who gain no pay for what they have done to serve their country. Not only is this a security issue, I figure, a rebellious element could sabotage production. Been
Absolutely.
done. The French resistance, the people that the Nazis enslaved to produce their weapons, they would routinely sabotage production because they didn't work right. Two, it's the least like productive way to like perform your mission here. What is going on with America where there's, I often bitch about the class system here where there's like the big upper, the big wigs and then us guys and the little peasants and whatever else. But then like our own soldiers are being provided for by a prison industrial complex.
It's true. It's true.
Where is,
Well,
and what I mean by this is where is like actual patriots to step forward and work at this factory? Where are unions? Where is this Make America Great Again? That's what I thought this was going to be. Going to put us back to work and give us purpose and like, do stuff and feel great. And instead, what I feel like is a fucking some asshole. Like I shouldn't admit to people that I'm an American because they're going to feel a way about it. We need a system where half of us ain't at the other half's throat the whole time, all the time. I don't want to own the libs forever. I don't have this kind of fucking energy anymore.
You're not wrong.
I am tired of it. I just want to go buy my coffee from the blue-haired necrophiliac and not feel politics about it. But no. And until we figured that part out, because we're all Americans and we love to say that, but then as soon as we get on the internet, there's fucking clearly two fucking kinds of them. That's got to be reconciled, bro. We got to figure this shit out. I saw the word secession and whatever else and going on there, but something's got to give, like, because if 51-49 ain't gonna get us nowhere ever, man.
No, just to a knockdown, drag out fight at some point in time. So I hope, like you said, I hope that something changes. But in the meantime, bro, I am stacking the fucking freeze dried food, hands down. I am stacking the freeze dried food. I am gonna make sure all my gear is in order and be ready to go if I need to. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Mark. Thanks, Mark. Thanks for stopping by and watching tonight. We appreciate it.
Which guy?
You're the man. See, Mark, yeah.
Well, yeah, but which guy?
Oh, that's okay.
The guy.
Talk about people like that.
I didn't know he was talking about. Maybe he's talking about Elon.
Yeah, Elon Musk will get you every time.
What was he talking about? What
I don't know.
happened?
He's mad because we use profanity. It could have been any of us.
Yeah.
Probably me, though.
Yeah.
It usually is.
Well, welcome to Hudson Valley prepping and fucking survival,
Oh,
baby.
don't delete him. We don't censor people here. I want to hear what he had to say. I was asking him a question. What's your fucking
Well,
problem,
you,
Mark?
can, you can
crying?
click the button and view it. It's no.
Hey, Mark. What's the
yeah,
matter, buddy?
it's okay.
I want to see what he said, though.
It's okay. Everybody's allowed to talk here.
Yeah, we don't do that shit. If only I hadn't swore.
Oh,
or
yeah,
drank so
The
many
guy
beers.
is such an arrogant ass, swearing, acting like a tough guy.
I'm the least tough guy you ever seen. Now, Jason Charles, now that's a tough guy.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
I
true
just
story.
hide behind him.
True story. RNN is in the building.
What was he? He was crying. Was his vagina bleeding? Did he need a tampon?
We had
Yeah,
used too
mostly.
much profanity. He was too holy for it.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
You know, it's funny, right? I was looking in. I've been recently looking into the whole the Bible and cursing, all this stuff. You know that a lot of people, the reason why they don't curse because they say that cursing is a sin, right?
Yeah.
I forgot who it was in the Bible, but they cursed Jesus' name, right? When he was questioned multiple times about whether or not he knew Jesus, I think the last time he was questioned, he cursed Jesus' name, right? So I'm like, all right, I get it and I understand, but the cursing that we do is not the cursing that they did back then. In fact, they like two different words, and there was two different languages. We don't even know what they said back then, other than
Exactly.
he cursed his name, right?
Yep.
If he said it in the original language, which might have been, I don't know, Aramaic or whatever it was, how do we know what he was said? So now they equate cursing as a whole as bad.
Yeah, swear words.
And I get it, right? And I get it, but you could make any word then a curse, right? You could be like, fucking good afternoon, Jesus. That could be fucking a curse. It's anything that they feel or deemed necessary. And Mark said, cursing's just weird, feels wrong. But says the guy with an upside down flag and calls himself Meaty Boy. Which sounds very gay. Okay. But anyway.
Fuck it. All right, let's get him. Let's get him. Come on, Jason. We fucking him up. All right, because fuck these guys. All right, you know what? I'm going to stand here and
But yeah,
hate.
it's
Fine.
like, so I understand their cursing thing, but I also know that where does that line end with cursing? Because you can look at any word and stick it. Listen, outside of saying, like goddamn, which is probably the only one you shouldn't use,
Right.
And granted, just your toe stubbing wood or some shit like that, and you said it by accident, fine. But maybe that's the only one where I could see them saying, yeah, that's a bad curse word. But saying like, fuck, shit, piss, and people are like, that's a sin. I'm like, everything we do, I'm 1,000% sure it's a sin.
Yep.
Yep. And if you follow the Bible true to form, we shouldn't be doing any of this shit.
Exactly.
Any of this shit,
Exactly.
right? And so, I mean, like, what's what and what's not? I don't know. I don't. The cursing thing, I understand. I'm still gonna do it, but I understand it. But then getting the vaginal sand thing going on here, and the guy crying about people cursing, just turn it off.
Yeah.
Just turn it off and watch the next video. It's that simple, man.
That's right.
It's not hard.
Vaginal
People
sand.
go out
That
of their
shit's
way
fucking. That's a premium. Edward sells for.
We love the grit.
Listen, as New Yorkers, we fucking just talk like this. It's part of the vernacular. It's like
Yeah,
our
man.
dialect. Okay, so respect our language, if you will.
And Noodle had just said it. You can't pick and choose parts of the Bible, and that's what everybody does. Like everybody does it,
Yeah.
So I look at the Bible like if I can't follow it 100%, and even at the Vatican, the priest clearly they don't follow it.
Yeah.
They're fucking fingering kids and shit, right? So like, if they and they're sitting there holier than thou, like, oh, look at me, I got my little jacket on, it's blessed, I'm closest to God than you are. And then what a lot of those priests do is another sin, I forgot what it was called, where they look down upon people because they think that they are higher to God, so they're more important than we are, and they look down on us. They're the biggest sinner.
Sure.
Because they're the messenger of God.
They're
not
casting the
supposed to
first
be-
stone. Yeah.
Right. They're not supposed to be looking down on us. In fact, they're supposed to help us. Judging. Thank you, Bobby. Right. They're not supposed to judge, but they do. And the Pope, who's currently holding court right now, that guy, I will almost bet everything holy that man is evil. Just on the shit he's done in the last couple of years.
That belief might indeed make you a Protestant.
Right. And then the Meaty Boy's like, you're a prepper, not expert in religion. Meaty
The
Boy, never said I
angry
was.
Protestant, ladies and gentlemen.
The angry
Yeah.
Protestant.
Angry Protestant. But it's I don't know. I think it's all bullshit. As far as people getting pissed off, I think if God put us here as the beings we are, and He made us as such, He knows and He knew before we got to this point that we were going to be a troubled group of kids. We are like the redheaded stepchild that just won't go away.
Yeah.
That's what we are. And He knows that. So if He loves all and He loves us unconditionally, then He has to love us for every little incident outside of, again, killing kids or killing people for no reason and things like that. That's what it's supposed to be. And people, the hypocrisy that they teach with God is on them. Because you can't tell me He loves me no matter what I do, but then you're going to hell because you curse. It don't make any sense. You can't have it both ways. It's one or the other, right?
Yeah.
All these people, like not all these people, but like Meaty Boy, you need to really change that name, dude. If you go to prison with that name, they're going to rape you 8 ways a Sunday because you have a rapeable name. So change it.
He's doing what I'm not allowed to do, and I'm
bullshit.
just going to let him. It's fine. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Meaty Boy's back, and it's a bad take, and he said you should stick to what you're good at, which is prepping. He's offering you an olive branch here. He doesn't want to fight you. He's
well, yeah,
he's
Oh, I don't
beta.
give
He's
shit,
beta.
baby.
He's beta to your alpha, and he's admitting it. It's fine. Don't care,
admitting
Baldy.
it.
Now he's resulted to ad hominem attacks based on immutable characteristics. So this is getting even better. All right, come on, Meaty Boy, let's bring it.
Baldy.
Don't care,
Oh,
Baldy.
oh,
All right, that's fine. Next, you're gonna call me fat or retarded.
Yeah, right? Fat, black, and retarded. Excuse me.
Damn. Jason,
You gotta.
okay, he triggered it. Now, Jason, I wanted to ask you. Now, I told Mike that I have this thing that if Jason triggers it, I'm going to pull it. Now, you mentioned that you're black. Now, at what age did you come to terms with the fact that you were black? Like when you came out to your parents, when you came home and you were like, Mom, Dad, I think I'm black.
I'm black. They were in shock too. They were like, oh my God, how could this
Jesus
happen?
Christ.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Was your
And
dad
they
like?
instant
Was
called
your
me
dad
cornbread
like?
from
Hi,
the-
black, I'm gay. Like,
Yeah. They didn't know what to do. I really want to make
triggered
meatballs.
Oh, good Lord.
Meaty Boy. I'm sorry. That's a very.
we shouldn't bully this person. I want to hear what he has to say. Meaty Boy must have a reason. Humor is not your strength. Maybe not yours, buddy, but it is mine. It's the only one I got.
His humor is not your strength. Clearly, it is, Meaty Boy.
Just
Especially
my-
that fucking. My God,
Meaty
that's a
Boy,
horrible name.
he's got the upside down flag, and I don't want to hate on this dude, but what's he doing over his channel? Let's see what he's doing.
Oh, you're going to. Oh, there you go.
He's
He has 6 subscribers, and he's been on the YouTube for 3 years.
That's dope. All right, so
Yes.
he's a lurker. He's not exactly a sort of a
Yeah.
creator, but instead a critic. And we appreciate you because we need.
Critics, yeah,
I
for
love
sure, man.
I love a person who says "fuck that."
His
I
buddy
don't.
Swolehole, Vincent.
I don't
Well,
want.
You know the crazy shit is? His @ is Meaty Boy at 8811. That means there are 8,000 other people with Meaty Boy.
Oh, Jesus. So he's
I
not
know.
even one of a
The only
kind. He's
Yeah.
just
So there's
he's just
more.
another
There's like an
meaty boy.
army of them. Okay,
Just another Meaty Boy.
It's like Alice's restaurant. It's a movement.
It's gonna be like, I
Get
fucking hate this guy.
anything you want at Meaty Boy's restaurant. Okay, dude.
Yeah, I tell you that's not a bad restaurant name though.
I would go there.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Meaty Boy.
Yeah, I bet you
instead
get a
of
slamming
take-
burger at Meaty Boys.
Bro, can you like press a meatball? I bet you can. Meaty Boy, come on.
Oh,
I'll eat it.
Oh, good Lord. Well,
I'm
brother,
happy
you
you
got
showed up.
you got a stream here in a little bit, so I don't want to keep you all night,
Yeah.
man. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate having
Thank
you
you.
on. I'm glad the technical bullshit is done, and hopefully, Meaty Boy, you can come on over to the Angry Prepper channel. I'll be hanging out over there with the blue wrench, making sure nobody bans your ass. Okay.
I appreciate him.
please
I
call me
appreciate
fat
he stopped by.
and bold and black, do whatever you want. I don't care.
Damn, I
But
love a good hater.
it was fun, meaty boy. It just sounds, yo, I'm sorry, it sounds gay. I can't say I like. It just sounds like I'm sorry. There's a lot of names on here that are fucked up, but
Yeah.
that just sounds like, just saying it. I just sound gayer every time I say it.
Hold up.
It
He
sounds
said-
like a
but
mountain code name.
He
you
can
know?
press your face in, though, so whatever that means.
Meaty
Guy,
boy.
no, he's also tough, so that's cool. It's
right.
a real lean meat.
I think he left. So he's either going to plot my assassination or he's just crying into a bowl of meatballs. I don't know.
That doing what meaty boys do.
I appreciated him.
meaty
All right,
boys do.
all right. I'm gonna be the
You know what?
odd
Though?
man
I
out.
think tonight I'm going to cancel my live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I don't know. Just not feeling up to it.
Right on, man. Right on. Well, I appreciate you joining us, brother. And anytime you want some company, just give a holler. We'll be there.
Roger that. Matter of fact, if you guys are open to tomorrow, or one of you guys, let me know.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Absolutely.
We're going to
Absolutely.
be talking about the Mexican cartel.
Oh, right on. Absolutely.
Airstrikes inbound. Let's hope.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm totally down for that, brother. Anytime, man.
All right. So, worst case scenario, I'll either do it on here because it seems to work, or I'll do it on my end.
Right
The
on,
app I
brother.
have on my end.
Awesome.
Right?
Awesome.
All right,
Sounds
man.
great.
So other than that, thank you, and I will catch you guys.
Yeah, man. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Right on, brother. Appreciate it. Angry, have a
Roger
great
that,
night,
man.
brother. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks,
seeing you,
everybody,
bro.
for joining us. We appreciate y'all.